Today we're at the Next Block Expo in Berlin. We're going to ask people if they think that Bitcoin will remain a dominant asset in the world of cryptocurrency, or if they think that other cryptocurrencies will become more prominent. Do you believe Bitcoin will continue to be a dominant digital asset, or do you see other cryptocurrencies gaining prominence?
I mean, Bitcoin was the original, right? So there is a lot of things that are it's still iconic, right? But there are a lot of interesting coins that are coming. My only I think that takeaway always is just to review the underlying technology behind the coin, because I think that this is what is going to drive adoption, and as more adoption you have, more you will need the tokens, right? Because the tokens, at least for those that are not only interested in the speculation side, but actually on the use cases, this is the massive part, right? What is the technology and the project behind that they have a pool of developers actually working on building and developing the technology, so the communities can come and build on top of them.
I think Bitcoin will always be there, also Ethereum, those two I would say, and then you have others, but it's Bitcoin it was the first. It's it won't go away. But the other ones, there will be new interesting coins, projects that will be there. But you now don't know actually will they survive, because the information about those coins, what should you trust, what shouldn't you trust? There is so much, I would say, scams over there. And Bitcoin is still something, the base, everything. So Bitcoin won't never go away, I think.
I think Bitcoin is like a digital gold, and it will be always having a leading role, because there is nobody behind it. There is no person, so there is no human factor. That's why it's the only asset which is truly decentralized and kind of uncontrolled in a certain way, right? So yeah, I'm not a big Bitcoin maxi, so I do believe in other projects as well and the technologies, but talking about the leading role, Bitcoin will be always leading asset.
Bitcoin was the first, so naturally is the most popular, but I think people don't know too much about cryptocurrencies as average, probably society needs to get to know more about cryptocurrencies. Then they could go into other cryptos than Bitcoin. But nowadays, for next 2-3 years, I would say Bitcoin, Ethereum, the most popular cryptocurrencies will lead.
Bitcoin technologically is getting older, and I believe it stays behind, even when you compare it to Ethereum. But it was the first crypto, and it will always be the king.
I believe Bitcoin will continue to be a prominent asset. It's got a fame to it, right? So if you look at any assets in the market, market sentiment and perception is so important, right? There are certain companies and certain stocks that no matter how the company is doing, even if they're suffering from some financials, it's not reflecting immediately in the asset pricing. And I see the same as Bitcoin, right? Because it's got this. It's romantic, right? It's the first to reach so many people, and it's the image of cryptocurrency, right? For most people who don't know Web3, if you ask them about crypto, they only know about Bitcoin. So I don't think that kind of brand awareness is going to be taken away anytime soon, and I believe it will remain one of the strongest, or the strongest, continuously.
We are talking about the store of value. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin will stay there. For all the other use cases, authenticity, transactions, trading, staking, yielding, all the yield farming, all the other products and use cases for the blockchain, other assets will gain their popularity.
I think when it comes to Bitcoin as a store of value, it has its value as it is. But as I said before, with the ETFs coming, for me, it's still a 50-50 gamble right now, giving so much control to such strong entities with such also strong experience in how to deal with assets. For me, most important would be to invest into assets that are really on the chain and that want institutional adoption, something that the crypto market is not focusing on enough at all. And that is, speaking of projects that are just building on the hype, building on new tech because it's great. We see that in the Web 2 bubble. We see that right now in Web 3. Let's just build on it because the tech is cool. And then you see the companies dying away in 1, 2, or 3 years when their funding runs out and they never get cash positive. So right there, I would say The most interesting are actually blockchains that are focusing on institutional adoption.
Bitcoin will be also in the future the most important cryptocurrency, also because of security and because of the trust the currency has.